Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, and all of the righteous families of the planet. It's the M.G.C network back again with another bill. You know, part the delayed bill. You know, family. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting over a little head cold. We already know this heat out here is
it's crazy hot.
Wild and beneath, yo. It's crazy, yeah.
Man.
You know, getting in and out of the car, you know what I'm saying? The AC and
I expect a storm this year. It's so hot outside.
Oh yeah. Hurricane season. They already talked about
it's crazy.
Yeah, hurricane season finna start up and whatnot.
We can't do another Harvey.
Yeah,
anything but that.
Yeah. We definitely don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's good to get back into, you know, the kingdom with the God, you know. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I've been trying to finish up a little study thing I've been doing, you know, dealing with the understanding born degree in the knowledge culture cipher, you know what I'm saying? Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a quick, you know, background, I was speaking with one of the brothers from the Almond Ross squad, you know, our Hotep brothers out there. And, you know, a lot of them, you know, they mock and they ridicule the messenger's teaching sometimes because they feel that there's no real science in what we teach, you know, and a lot of what they say is, you know, predicated on just certain terms that's used in our lessons, like in the 39th degree and the 1 to 40, you know, we see a lot of words like hereafter. We see a lot of words like pray, fast, you know, just different things. God, devil, do you hope to live to see the day?
Well, let me break it down.
You know, so yeah, definitely God. I was like, let me get over here with the God so he can touch on that.
I'm gonna break down we say fast and build, but even if you say fast and hope, hope is movement. It's works. You understand? It's like saying, for instance, if I'm hoping to do something, that means I'm putting it into action.
Okay.
I'm not hoping, like say for instance, we're like, man, I hope I graduate. I hope I graduate and get my CDL. I hope I graduate and get this personal training certification. Meaning I'm working towards it. I'm not just hoping, sitting on the couch and saying, oh, I'm hoping.
Right.
No, that's not working. Hoping is an action word.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. It's an action word. And what else the God disagreed with what the God said? He said that for one, I'm gonna say we say Hotep brothers. I'm gonna say Kemetic brothers.
Yeah, the Kemetic.
With only Kemetic based science, because a lot of those brothers don't go further than Kemetic based science. They say our 120 is out of date, or it's a hope based thing. But if you look at it, none of these brothers in the Kemetic community are doing what the ancient Kemites did.
True indeed.
They're not writing hieroglyphics on the wall and everything else. They're not doing. They're not building pyramids. So basically, what you're doing is you're still eating off the ancestors what they did. At least we put hope or building. We putting our works into actions. We on there. We building. We using we're scientists. We're the real scientists. We're putting it into action. Y'all are just teaching people about history without renewing it 25,000 years. We renew our 25,000 years every day. You're still stuck on the realness of 100,000 years ago. You're still going to see King Tut. What he doing and talking about what he did. Hatshepsut, Amen Ra, and all that. You're not building. You understand?
Yeah, it definitely in that word, I think I was mentioning once that in the word salat, you know, the Arabic word, you know, of course, when we take the Arabic and we break it down to the English, it loses a lot of meaning. You know, when one of the meanings of the word salat is work. So that just goes to bear witness and show proof of what you just said.
When you're doing a salat, you understand you're still working.
Yeah, it's movement.
It's movement.
Yeah,
it's like hip hop. Hop, movement. Hop. It's movement. So a lot of people get the etymology and the English kind of misconstrued. They'll put it all in one box. Oh, hope is, I'm just sitting here hoping.
Right.
That's more like wishing. It's not the same.
Blind faith.
Yeah, it's not just sitting down. Yes, it's actually putting it into works.
Yeah, Christians, for the most part, what we say about the Christians is that's what you would say is a hope as in blind faith.
True indeed.
Because they are hoping to see Jesus again. Or they are hoping to see, you know, the hereafter.
How many Christians a real true Christian, if a Christian is hoping to see Jesus come, that means they're doing the works of being righteous.
They should
and they should be doing the works of being righteous, meaning they should be doing the works.
Right.
You can't hope without doing the works. Right. Because that's like you said, blind faith, all right, I'm hoping I make it to the gym today. I got to get up and drive and go to the gym.
Yeah, true indeed. There's a scripture in the Bible, I think, a parable that says, if you take, if you take one step towards God, he takes 2 or 3 steps towards you.
True indeed.
So that just goes to show you that there is no mystery God. In order for God to even make himself known, you got to first put forth the effort first.
Yeah, and it's just like, and God, if I look at it from a God perspective, if I take 1 step towards God, he takes 3 steps towards me, meaning if I'm doing the knowledge, I'm taking steps towards God. I'm God. Right. So I'm taking the steps towards God to become more God. You understand? Because if I read a book, that book, at the end of the book, it has references to another book and another book and another book. So I took that step towards me being God, and it's taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps towards me. Because I'm now referencing to another book and another book. Or I can get online and email a scholar now. That's true. To meet up with.
Yeah, true indeed. What they say in the Nation of Islam, the messenger said, you know, history is best qualified to reward all research, you know. So again, you know, you got to first take that first step, you know, in order to make those things happen. There's a couple of points that I was touching on in my last bill, you know, and I, you know, just go, you know, through them real quick or whatever. But one of the points that I had was, you know, with our lessons is that when the brother said faith-based, these are faith-based teachings. And I was just, you know, showing the brother that, you know, as human beings by nature, you know what I'm saying, there's a faith in so to speak, you know, and I gave the example of like a child. You know, a mother can feed a child whatever the mother wants to. A parent can, or a teacher can give the child whatever they want to give the child. The child really doesn't have the intelligence or the knowledge yet to say, wait a minute, hold on, you know, the child just takes what the mother gives them and runs with it. So by nature, you know, the human being is born with an internal faith, but it's something that over time, as you mentioned, you got to work now towards finding out the answers or the meanings rather of what this all means.
Like you said, God, I disagree with him when he said these are faith-based teachers, the 120, because at the end of the day, when you got 120, you got to do the knowledge yourself. Exactly. So ain't nothing faked about knowledge. You understand? Either you know or you don't know. And if you don't know, you do research. There's no faith in that. I don't got to believe that these lessons exist. I got to go do the works myself. There's nothing faked about mastering 120 or knowing 120 and actually putting it into works. You understand? That's not fake. That's doing the work. You don't have to have faith in these lessons. They're right there for you. Simple and plain. You know, you knowledge 1 degree and then you move on to the next degree. You don't have to have faith in that. You understand? Oh, would this degree work? Oh, wow. I wish this degree would work. No, ain't no faith in that. You put it to action because you God. You God. There's no faith about that. See, that's the difference is when you're religious, you're a Kemetic and you're religious and you're, the ancestors built the pyramid, so we're going to have faith that these pyramids were built by the ancestors. No.
Or we're going to have faith that we can do the same thing.
No.
And the thing is, you can do the same thing. But if you don't never take...
You're going to have to do the science to do that. You're going to have to do the science of building pyramids. You want to know what pi is. Understand? You're going to have to know this. There's no faith in studying what pi is. We're scientists. If you're a scientist, if you take the religion out of you being Kemetic and do the science of the ancient Kemites, you would understand that if they didn't need faith, they needed science. You understand? So that's what it is. So no, I disagree with that, brother.
I mean, I totally disagree with him too. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was just that one little point that he mentioned, and I just kind of draw the correlation to as a child, you know, because the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if you want to understand how Allah created himself in this universe of nothing and made nothing into something, you got to understand yourself. Because the same way we come into spiritual enlightenment or spiritual consciousness of the knowledge of self is pretty much the same pattern. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, when you first hear something, you may be awestruck. Oh, wow. Oh, man. But now you got to take the steps now to find out. Let me, you know, and even down to, like I said, with a parent. A parent giving a child something or whatever, initially the child may not be able to have the knowledge, the wisdom, or the understanding to question the mother or the parent. But as soon as that knowledge is given to that child, boom, right away, you got to begin studying. You know, and that's why I could agree with the nation of gods and earths, and like how you said, when the brothers say, would you say the brothers, some of them take that word fast and pray out, they say fast and study, or fast and research, or fast and, I could agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Or fast and work.
Exactly.
You know, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the work.
And prayer, like you say, Salah, it still
works. Yeah.
Even if it's just the mental, it still works. Because everything you see is a thought manifested. It starts here.
Good point. Good point. That's right. That's right.
You can still, it still got to use reverse polarities.
Right.
You understand that people don't do that. When people say pray, he's religious. No, it's still a reverse polarity. You still got to, everything you see is a thought manifested. You still got to manifest thought first to create.
Yeah. There's a hadith where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had a vision, vision-like experience, and he traveled. They said he traveled to the seventh heavens.
All right.
And he met with Allah, face to face. He met with Allah, you know, or he seen his Lord. And Allah told Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that he wants man to pray 500 times a day. He wants man to make salat or make prayer 500 times a day. So as the prophet is descending back down now from the seventh heavens, on the way descending down, he runs into Moses. And Moses tells him, you know, you ain't going to be able to get the people to pray 500 times a day. Hell, I have trouble making my people pray this many times a day or that many times. Go back and ask Allah, could he lower it a little bit? And so the prophet goes back up into the seventh heaven and asks Allah, could he lower it? So Allah changes it from 500 times a day now to 100 times a day. So as he's descending back down again, he sees one of the prophets again. I think it's Ibrahim, or I can't remember the way the hadith is worded, but he sees a prophet again, and he says, oh, that's still too much, 100 times a day. People ain't going to want to do that. See if you can go back and ask Allah to shorten it again. So he goes back and Allah shortens it again, all the way, and he did this several times, all the way until Allah got to 5 times a day. So then as he's descending back down again, they say, you know, that's still too much. People ain't going to want to make salat or make prayer that many times a day, 5 times a day. Ask Allah, could you go back and could he change it again and make it even lower? But Prophet Muhammad didn't want to go back and keep asking Allah, can you shorten it? Can you shorten it? So he just kept it at 5 times a day. But in that hadith, there's a lesson. Because think about it. Allah wants us to pray 500 times a day. So think about that. It cannot be talking about getting down on your hands and knees, prostrate. What it's talking about is dua, or the remembrance, as you just mentioned. That's why I said good point. You thinking about 500 times. In other words, the gods are supposed to always have Allah, God, in your mind. That God consciousness.
I mean, it's Adam. The original, Allah, the original man. You split atoms. When you splitting atoms, you're building. Right. You're splitting atoms and you're building. Right. Adam, the original man. Right. So when you saying praying or building or studying 5 times a day, thought travels faster than light and faster than the speed of sound.
True indeed.
So thought travels faster than that. You're actually, every time you manifest in thought, you're actually putting in the work in.
Right. And at the same time, that's your prayer. Because it's for humanity. It's for mankind. So when you building with someone, when you pull a brother to the side and you build with, that's your salat. That's your prayer.
See, the thing is, a lot of people, it's like when you build it mentally, that's why I tell people, man, I don't care what you do. Find time to stop. Keep a lot of negativity out your life. I don't care if somebody texts you a negative text. Right. Don't leave it in your phone for 5 days. Right. Take that shit out your phone. If somebody call you or somebody talking about something negative and you having a good day, kind of tell them, hey, Either you change it to a positive conversation, or you be the positive outlook.
Right.
Be the person that people call for good information, not just to give feedback on.
Or gossip.
Like David Dad say, being a chatty patty. Be the person that somebody calls like, hey man, I know the God gonna tell me something good, man. I'm going through this with my wisdom. I'm going through this with my sister or my brother. Let me call the God, man. Let them know what's going on. Then the God give you another perspective on how to look at it.
True indeed.
You understand?
Yeah. That's a prayer.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it right there.
That's what we see basically prayer as. You know, prayer is your works. Being manifested, your words, wise words, ways, and actions being manifested to the people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when we make these deals right now.
This is prayer.
And you see...
we making salat.
Exactly. You see people leaving negative posts about it.
And stuff, yeah.
You got to see the positive in it. Like, all right, it's something that struck them to where they read it. I mean, they listened, but if you're not building, you got to look into yourself. You got to look at within you. You say you God, but you being negative.
Right.
What kind of God are you?
Yeah.
Iblis was a God.
Yeah.
The God of evil. So what kind of God are you? Are you righteous or you're not? Because the righteous God will point out.
Right.
And then we can build again because I fast and build. I fast and work. I fast and study. Let me know we can build together.
Right.
But don't say you God. And calling other people 85 and you the one acting like 85.
Yeah. Dude, you know, a lot of times, you know, dudes just jump on it. That's how you could tell the clowns, the bozos, you know, they just, you know, like if I chime in on somebody's page or channel or whatever, I'm building. I'm dropping a bill. I'm going to show you the reason why I disagree with what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm building. I'm not, your niggas is 85ers. Your niggas is bozos. Oh, your niggas is clowns.
It sounds like,
where are you building bills?
You sound like a Christian that don't study. You sound like, it's just like if my son came to me and said, Daddy, why? And I say, don't worry about it. Just do it. I'm not, he'll understand it more. He'll get more out of it if I say this, explain to him. Let me tell you why, son.
Right.
What I see wrong in this. And then I might be wrong to where he say, well, Daddy, but I said this because of such and such. And I be like, oh,
okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now I got to be God enough to say, yeah, God, you're right, son.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I was wrong. Daddy was wrong about this.
Right.
You understand? But if I don't do that, if I tell you no, just do it, and without no explanation, you're going to resent me. You're going to be like, I don't know why Daddy said it, but I can't do that. I'm explaining to you why.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point. You know, because
you'll learn from it.
Yeah.
Like if you sag your pants, I say, son, pull your pants up.
Right.
Don't sag your pants. Why, Daddy? Everybody else doing it. Let me explain to you why, son.
Right.
And I break it down to him.
Right.
He'll remember it every time he drop his pants. He'll remember like, oh, Daddy said this because of this. Yeah. And when somebody else had their pants sagging, he'll be able to explain it to them. Each one teach one.
Exactly. That's good. That's a good point. Good point, God.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? One of the other things I wanted to talk about too, you know, similar to faith, just natural with the human being.
All right.
Human beings have to. A human being is not born with discipline.
Indeed.
No human being is born with patience.
No.
This is something that the human being has to acquire. Again, we go to a child. You know, sometimes I'm feeding my daughter.
All right.
You know, my youngest one, you know, she's 2. You know, and, you know, she could finish a little juice or whatever, and she's sitting on her high chair. She wants some more juice. I'm like, okay, let me, you know, she start crying because her juice is finished.
All right.
You know, making them, I'm like, okay. Like, I go get the cup from her. She sees me going to the refrigerator to pouring her some more juice. Like, she can't wait. Like, wait, you see, I'm getting it for you and I'm going to bring. But just by nature, like, I want it now, come on now. Like, you know.
True indeed.
So, as adults, this is something that the human being has to acquire. You know, nobody is born with discipline. Nobody is born with patience.
No.
You know, by nature. You know.
No. The easiest things to do or the easiest things not to do. Like, say, for instance, and that's what children, you have to teach patience. Patience is, like you said, acquired.
Right.
It's like this. Like I just said, the easiest things to do or the easiest things not to do.
Right.
We get up in the morning, we get out of bed. It's easy to make the bed, but it's easy not to make the bed.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what we need to do is procrastination. We need to take that out Because the kids can teach you a valuable lesson. Yeah. Like we might be like, girl, you said you want some juice. Wait, daddy gonna get you some juice.
Right.
And then we don't get her that juice. It might be another 30 minutes before you get up and get that juice. Yeah. So it's teaching us about she want it now.
Yeah.
So in a sense that we can use that as like, say for instance, man, I'm gonna go back, man, I'm gonna go get me a degree. Man, I'm gonna go on vacation. I can do that next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Do procrastination sits in. You understand?
Yeah. That's true.
So the thing is about children, we got to look at it as that sense because they're learning, but they're also teaching.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, true indeed.
It's just like, and they're the best to teach.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
But the thing is, a lot of us, and like you were saying about the elders, we so set in our ways to where we don't want to pass the torch, but the Father always did. You understand? The Father passed the torch, and he would. I'm gonna tell you, you should never be afraid to pass the torch if you're doing your duty.
Right.
If you know you God, it's no problem passing the torch because I'm God. I know I'm God.
True indeed.
You show and prove now.
True indeed. Yeah.
You can't validate or take away from what I am.
Yeah. True
now
indeed.
you show and prove. I'm gonna pass you the torch. I'm a legend already. I done ran track meets. I done did this. I lived my life. I done rapped. I did all my rapping. I done sold all of my albums. Here you go.
Yeah.
I did that. I done Dallas 120. It's time for me to pass it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you gonna do with it? Yeah. Like the song said, I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? I'm doing what I do with it every day.
Yeah.
Now you show and prove and come back and show me and we build together. Yeah. And then we gonna pass it again. See, the Father wasn't afraid to pass it down. Right. That was the Father's mission.
Yeah. Yeah, true indeed. I think I was building with a brother about that too. Well, several brothers. Sometimes, I got a couple of gods that, and I find there's most people, gods in the nation of gods and earth. They'll see, or sometime in the, we're reading degrees and they're like, oh man, we don't read, we just sitting there reading the degrees out, man. You're supposed to know it by heart and stuff like that. And, like I was explaining to one of the brothers, I'm like, I've had knowledge of self now over 25 years. When the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad already told us that these lessons are baby lessons. These are baby teachings. So therefore, when you first coming in to the fold, yes, you must learn your lessons by heart. This is a discipline. You know what I'm saying? It takes patience and it takes discipline. You know what I'm saying? Because as you're doing it, I heard you build on this one time too, and you mentioned that the way you came up, you know what I'm saying? You had to fast even.
Sure did. 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days a month.
Yeah, 3 days. As you're studying your lessons, as you're memorizing your degrees, there's certain things that's required of you.
Yes, indeed.
You couldn't hang around certain cats you wanted to hang around before. You couldn't eat certain things that you used to eat before. And I ain't just talking about pork.
Yeah.
There's other things you got to fast. You got to take a solid fast and just put nothing but liquids in your body. And
when you study, and I'm going to give this to any newborn that's coming in the nation. When you're fasting and studying, I suggest you to fast for one. When you learning your 120. Right. For two, most importantly, man, stay away from negativity. Like when you fasting from sun up to sundown. Right. During those hours of fasting and you studying, anybody that come at you with any negativity, say, hold up. I'm fasting right now. Yeah. After my fast, we can talk about that. Exactly. I don't have no problem talking with you about that, but now I'm learning. Even when you studying for your test or school or college, hey, we'll talk about that later. I'm in my zone. That's what we tell me and my sister, whatever we build or what we talking. If she's studying, doing lesson plans for her students or something, we'll be like, hey, I'm going to talk to you later about that. Right. Let's talk about this right now. I'm in my zone. I'm going to call you back. Or we say, hey, I'm in my zone. I'm reading right now. I'm going to call you right back. Right. Until that's over. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. But that's what, would knock you off. Yeah. Your alternative goal. And for us, knowing 120 by heart, it's good to know 120 by heart when you first get in the nation, you're a newborn. But it's also good because God, I've been to college, I've been to high school, and all that. I don't remember what I learned in high school. I remember the main degrees. I could build on things I learned. Right. Long as you could build. Right. See, and that's where a lot of gods, I feel, in the nation of gods and earth, they say, well, how you going to teach somebody and you don't even know it by heart? How you going to pass it on to somebody and you don't even know? And then I try to tell them, it's so stupid that y'all say that because after 25, 30 years, I don't need 120 to raise a newborn. Whatever he's reading,
I can. You a Buddhist? You reading the Bhagavad, the text, you reading the whatever, the Upanishad, whatever you reading. Come on, give me your book. Let's look at your book. Oh, you a Christian in the church? Come on, bring the Bible over here. I want to show you something in the Bible.
You said that, God. I know. I was looking at some Hebrew Israelites on YouTube, and they was quote unquote, because I seen the name of the post. They had a Hebrew Israelite, and they had the Nation of God's Earth flag. They had our universal flag, and they said Hebrew Israelites bombs on destroy the God 5% or whatever. For false, for one. For two, you can never come at me with one book and destroy me. Because he who knows one book knows none, for one. For two, you coming at me with a Bible. Something that I read cover to cover. If I read your book cover to cover, I might not remember every scripture, but I can damn sure go into it and bomb you with it. I can heal or kill you with your own book.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to fight you with 120. And you got a Bible, and you said, well, the Bible says, Deuteronomy says this, and I said, well, the knowledge degree of 1 through 10 says this. We're going to go back and forth. But if I put my lessons right here and just build off my lessons mentally and grab your book and say, look, well, your book says this, and then it says this over here. There's a lot of stories in here overlapping each other. It's not right and exact. Here you go. Teach me now.
And be able to show them the allegory. Because see, that's the thing. If you don't understand your 120 lessons, you won't see the allegory in a lot of these religious books. You're just gonna look at it and you're gonna take it on face value. You're gonna think there really was a man named Noah, and he really built an ark and put every animal, 2 of each kind in it, and the whole earth flooded with water. You're gonna look at that literally. You're not going to see the allegory in that. When the Most High Elijah Muhammad said 75% of that book is allegory. It's prophetic.
It's allegory.
It's stuff that meaning that it didn't even happen.
Those analogies.
It's just stories that is giving you an example of something to come in the last days.
It's like this. We're going to use common sense, because we're scientists. If I can go to the Science Museum downtown Houston, and I can go to the King Tut exhibit. I can see King Tut, Ramses II, Ramses III. I can see all the pyramids and all these hieroglyphics, and this was thousands of years before the Bible. You still got these mummies in this museum. Why I can't see a hair follicle, a bone, anything, bone fossil, anything of Noah, Moses,
Abraham,
Jesus, none of this. But I can go to something that's older. I can still go see the ancient pyramids, but I can't go see Solomon's temple. It's no such thing. But
the temple is really the allegory of that. The temple is your body. And
Noah is to know. It's to know. You understand?
True indeed.
Jesus, Pisces, the fisher of men, you can break it down so many ways. But if you just study it for face value, I'm going to give you 120 lessons. Here you go. And I'm not walking you through it. You ain't going to understand it. You're going to be like, well, my name is W.F. Muhammad. Muhammad. My name is, what? His own self is the righteous Muslim. Because the devil told him to eat the wrong foods. What? You ain't gonna win what the hell. You gonna like do with that. So that's why when people debate or be pugnacious in an argument, because you don't understand the degree.
And that's interesting. You mentioned that degree too in the 1 to 36. As we were talking about, just faith based or people being given information and not really able to do the knowledge until they grow into it. In our lessons it says the devil taught them to eat the wrong foods when they were babies. So the thing is, when the babies get this information, immediately you're supposed to begin your research. You're supposed to begin your lifelong course of study. Study is supposed to never stop. Prophet Muhammad said it's like a journey. Once you go out, you're supposed to never return. Once you go out studying on that course of knowledge, you shouldn't return.
You know what? And I would have said to the God who was debating with the Hebrew Israelite brothers, and my little brother Hebrew Israelite, he practiced what he practiced, so I don't knock him. But I'm like this. My thing is, they say Africans are not their brothers. And my thing is, we God. If you God, or in quote unquote, because he read the scripture in the Bible, he read Psalms 82 verse 6.
Right.
Ye are God's but children to the Most High. Right. So you saying that the Indians, the Jews, and everybody else your brothers, but the Africans, but you said we're children of the Most High. What's make them not children? So say that and then when you look at the migration, you saying that everybody didn't migrate from that continent. Everybody didn't migrate, and most importantly, you saying that the migrations but do you know where the Israelites come from? Yeah. They don't come from America.
They're Semitic people.
Yeah, they didn't come from here.
They're Hamitic, for the Hamites, the Shemites, Semite. I mean, they're melanated people.
Exactly.
Basically, bottom line. I never really understood that.
I don't understand their philosophy.
And I've had,
But I tell, if I was the God, I would have just simply told them, look, the world is our home, Africa is our throne. Yeah. Everything came out of that. So if you saying that everybody's our brothers and sisters, that we created our civilization, right? And this is what we created, how we don't take responsibility for create those people? Yeah. You just y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of religiosity in that teaching.
A lot of screaming.
Again, like what we're just talking about, people have the information and the knowledge, but they don't have the understanding. That is the most important. Like I said, I hear a lot of God, I knowledge my 120. Well, if you knowledge 120, there's a lot of things you probably don't, do you understand 120?
You say you knowledge 120, I'm saying good.
Yeah, do you understand 120?
All right, you knowledge 120, right? This knowledge is God. You say you knowledge 120. If God came to me and say you knowledge 120, I say, all right, good. Yeah. Now let's build.
Right.
All right, I read the book, that Spanish book over there, right? So if they say I read the book, do I know Spanish? Can I repeat everything in the book and understand it? Yeah, I can say